Why, hello everyone. Fancy seeing you here. I know. It's been a while. Okay, it's been a while. Kind of been focusing on like too much on my other hobbies and other interests and work. A bit too much so I kind of neglected my tarot, unfortunately. It's one of the ones that seems to be neglected the most. And it's unfortunate and I'm very sorry. But like, we go with the flow and the ebbs and flows of these kind of things, and I was inspired by the tarot magician to come back and do a quick video, and I'm doing a live stream on Instagram. I know this is last minute, but I just did a lot, like, it's last minute. If you follow me on Instagram, go there, why not? So we're going to have a quick look at the Fyodor Pavlov tarot. This is the one I've been like dying to get. I got it. I'm showing the decks I've got over my break. So this is like 10 months of decks. It's actually not as much as you think. Like, I've been doing quite well. Like, very restrictive and very like picky, if that's the best way to put it, rather than just buy it for the hype. I'm buying it because I really want it. So like on the stream we're going to go through all the decks, but yeah. So while we're here, we're going to be looking at this deck. So this deck, it was an indie deck, and it was made by US Games, published by them now. But the indie one is very, I think, from what I've heard, the cardstock was very good and very thick. But like, this is insane. Like, for the public one, like the published one, I'm wondering what the hell the original was like, if this is like such good quality. So I've put this back in order so we can have a look at it. So this is the published version of the Fyodor Pavlov tarot. I'm just going to call it the Pavlov tarot so I don't butcher this person's first name. I believe they're non-binary, I could be wrong, so I'm just going to say them and they until told otherwise. I don't want to insult anyone or person, and just because out of respect. So yeah, and there is a lot of non-binary artistry and like gender fluid artistry in this deck, which I absolutely adore. That's what attracted me, was the body types as well. Like, it's not just a woman's a woman, a man's a man. It's like there's a skinny person, there's a curvy person, there's an overweight person. It's all those things, and it's beautifully done. Like, this deck is beautiful. It is gilded for a public deck. Public. Do you hear me saying? As if I hadn't done this in 10 months. But yeah, so this is very pretty. Like, the backing has these like, the stars are gilded too on the back. So we're going to get into this. I'm going to move all this stuff. I'm going to put this here because this backing, I've had to swap it around because the black side is for the non-slip stuff of my mat. So just to make it so you don't be looking at the design, I just put this there. So we're going to do it this way. Okay, so we're starting off with the Fool here. And the Fool is like, it has this, this is like beautiful, like fine tip art, like fine pen art. And it's phenomenal. Like, the clear and the clean lines on this is phenomenal. I'm gonna praise the crap out of this deck because I've wanted it for so long, and I missed the last indie drop, and I went, oh no, it's gone. And then they announced the deck was going to be published, which is beautiful. The Fool is like gorgeous. The majors are all like black and white with a bit of one colour, and then you'll notice when we get to the minors, it's very colour by suit. So like red is swords, I think, and blue is like cups and stuff like that. There's the Fool. The Magician. Love that. Now, when you do see this video, all my videos are 18 plus for reasons, because the decks and art are adult, and I don't want under 18s coming into my comments going, can I have a reading please? Like, no, that's like, no, just no. There's the High Priestess, beautiful. So you can see what I mean. Here's the Empress, free ball in it she is, love it. I love how it's like this kind of Victorian corset going on there. And it's like, I can't remember what they're called. They're peonies or they're carnations. I can't remember the type of flower they are. But it's beautiful. And I like that there's movement in it with that water jug there. And the heart is atomically correct. It's not like just a little love heart. The Emperor. Very Roman looking here. I love this. This is very Roman styled. I love it. Very gladiator. And he has a ram on his armour there. Love it. Absolutely love it. Then we have... I'm going to just fix the light. Now we have the Hierophant. Very clear and concise, you know, it's just very simple, straightforward. Now here's where I was saying, like, we get the body types and the gender fluidness of this deck. So, like, with the Lovers, the male looking counterpart is they're both trans, firstly. And I do like that. It just shows you it doesn't matter what gender you are, love is love. And that's what I like, how they put the physical aspects of that. Like, there's this person went through a journey from, like, female to male, and this person went through male to female. So it just shows you, like, I like that. But even if you didn't see that, and just, like, if you weren't, not saying you weren't comfortable with it in a bad way, like, comfortable with, like, using a deck with those kind of attributes, I mean, like, you could still read it as a Lover's card, because it is beautifully done, do you know? Plus the ribbon tying in the middle. Oh, this is what drew me in, was this Lover's card. It was, like, beautifully, what's the word I'm looking for? Prideful, I guess. It's very pride. That's the best way to put it. I can't think of the word I'm thinking of. Inclusive, that's the word. It's very inclusive. And I love that. Like, that's phenomenal. And what I like about it is that even though it does show, like, these kind of trans and non-binary and gender fluid people, they don't show, like, the scars they got from surgeries and stuff like that. It's, like, beautifully done, saying this is who they want to show themselves as, without the scars. But the scars, I always say this to most people who I know who are on that journey. I say, the scars make you the new person you want to be. And I know everyone has a different relationship. I'm not trans, I'm going to say this. I'm not trans, I'm not non-binary or anything. I'm just, you know, full-on female, all that stuff. I always say this, eventually do accept your old self, because without your old self, you wouldn't be the new person you want to be. You wouldn't have discovered that. And I get it. Many people go through that journey of where they wanted to be born the way they should have been. But, like, if you were put on this earth for that journey, and to be a person in that cause and in that journey with others, that's a beautiful message to think of, and a beautiful goal and community to be a part of, I think. So learn to accept your old self eventually. I know everyone is different, and I'm not saying forcing anyone to do that. This is just a message to say, accept who you are eventually. So that's what I love about this card. That got very deep and very serious. Here's the Chariot. Very Hercules looking, isn't he? Love it. I love this Strength card. It's very Gothic-esque. I love the purples and the reds, the wine colours. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The Hermit is a female. Love when we see female hermits, because girls can hermit too. I actually love that. That's beautiful. I love it. Well, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's beautiful regardless. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Love it. Absolutely love it. We have the Justice card. Like the little accents of gold here, and it says Justita sum kuke distribute. I think I have no idea what it means on the ribbon, but it was like, I have no idea. Here is the Hanged Man. Gorgeous. He's very... I can't... This is one of those hangmen where you look at his face, you go, are you enjoying that? Can you explain to me, are you enjoying that? And why? To each their own. The death card, love this, like kind of like desperation for love with the death card. Like you're desperate for change. But I love this person here, you can't tell what gender they are because death is equal to all. Everyone goes through it, everyone goes through change, everyone goes through some of the same milestones, just in different ways and at different times. But I love that. Like, it's gorgeous. Like the curls in the hair as well. Oh, it's so beautiful. Temperance. Now, Temperance has always been known as the card that is gender fluid. And I love that because angels are non-gender. I love that. And I like how this has a very effeminate face on them. And they're kind of very relaxed, but like, you know, anyone can be relaxed. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now, this is very in your face after seeing the Temperance card. The Devil card is very BDSM. Just gonna say that out there. Very BDSM. Very androgynous and very demonic. I can tell. Again, I love how you can't tell from like first glance. You can't tell what genders people are, which I love. It's very inclusive, very open-minded, and the demon, like the devil up here, is just very whatever they want to be, very whatever. But what I love about this card is that the two people at the bottom usually are like parallel from each other, trying to get away or like lean away from them. They're actually embracing this devil. Like they're giving in to the temptation of the devil, and they're giving in to that person who's in control, which I love that for a change in the art, like a different show of this card. I actually like that. That's actually quite nice. Yeah, that's so pretty. So pretty. Here's the tower, and what I love about the tower here is that it's actually a fallen angel, not a person. Very reminiscent of like Lucifer falling and such like that. That's beautiful. The star card, love it. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that she has like a rag on her head or a scarf, and she's like, I've just washed my hair, I've done the laundry, I'm just gonna sit here in the pool. It's fine. The moon, love this moon card. Absolutely gorgeous. Phenomenal. Love it. I like that there's only a wolf rather than a dog and a wolf, because that's kind of nice. And the owl is here instead of a crawfish as well. So, or a lobster or whatever. It depends on the deck. Love this kind of effeminate male-looking figure, or it's beautifully done here. I love this card. Like, I actually love this. Like how, again, I'm going to say inclusive. That's the word for the day. How inclusive and how bright that is. Like, I actually love the sunflowers there. Oh, it's beautifully done. I think this person's a tattoo artist as well. Pavlov is a tattoo artist. And here we go. We can see the age here. So there's like an older woman here. Different age people and such. They're like desperate for this judgment. They're desperate to get into the gates of heaven or whatever they believe in the afterlife. Beautiful. This is the card, another card that won me over. It's the world card. And she is a curvy, beautiful woman. And this is my body type. I'm sorry, but it is. This is me, essentially. To some degree. But I love how she is so free and just so carefree about it. It's really nice to see that. And how inclusive it is. Again, inclusive. Gonna probably crop out so many inclusive words. Now, we're on to the minors. So I'm gonna do my usual thing where I stop, and we flip through them, listen to some music, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that was the Pavlov Tarot. I actually love this deck. Now, if I was a bit too waffly or like went on a bit and said wrong things about the Lover's card, I'm sorry. It's just I'm still learning regardless. I have friends who are trans and are teaching me these things, so I'm putting my education to good use. In that stuff. I'm not against it or anything. Like, BU, like, it's a hard journey for anyone. Life is hard as it is, so I can't imagine what it's like for other people going through those kind of big changes in their life. Right, so all in all, let's see what the deck is like to shuffle. Now, I presume there has been other creators who have used this deck and such. It is actually quite a nice card deck to shuffle. It's not too soft. Like, you know, like there are some decks that are slippy and then they're too soft that they bend easily. Like, not like the stereotypical Llewellyn decks. Like, this deck is beautiful and very flexed there. It's very buoyancy. It's a gorgeous quality. It's kind of like half laminate, but it's not laminated at all. I have no idea what it's made of, actually, the type of paper it's made of. But it is phenomenal to shuffle. Oh, we'll take that one, why not? We'll take that one as our reading. If it's the same card. No, it's not. Okay. We'll take that one as our message for the day. It's the King of Wands. And we'll read what the book says about the King of Wands. It's a lovely deck to shuffle. I need to work with it a bit more. So we're going to read about what the book says about the King of Wands. Coins, where's the wands? Here we go. 10 of Wands. In the book, it does go in order. It's not like how some books go, how would I put it? Like they do all the aces, all the court cards together, all the twos kind of thing. Some of them do that. I think... Oh, what is it? The... Barbara Moore Wizard Tarot does that? Yeah, it does that in the book, I think. So here is how the book looks. It is hardback, so that's what you're paying for as well. It's not just like the box and the deck and a book. It's a hardback book, which I think is amazing to bring out if you were bringing this. If you needed a book to quickly go, oh, I can't remember what the judgment would mean in this question. Look it up, you know. So here's how it's laid out. It's actually just a page or two. Whoops. Okay, so there's the blurb on the card, and we're going to read it out loud. To me, the King of Wands. To me, he is the most energetic and active of all the kings. He's not a man to rest on his laurels and rule from the comfort of his throne. Rather, he is an active participant in his domain's affairs, an entrepreneur and a dynamic leader. Wow. The court cards are particularly given to represent a specific individual, either a quarant themselves or somebody exerting influence on their lives of the time of the reading. That's interesting. So like so Pavlov actually does go into like how the card does represent a person rather than a meaning, so which is actually quite nice actually to see that. So most of the time it is. I like to read it as the energy of that person. Like there's no way like everyone's gonna know. If I said it's a brunette man, everyone knows a brunette man. Like that doesn't like narrow it down for me interpreting that. But like it's very clear, and it just says like the type of qualities they would have. Like they're reliable, they're knowledgeable, they're a little bit commanding, and then it goes into the King card is determination, clarity, vision, and pragmatic acknowledgement. So like even though you may not agree with certain... So this is just saying, even though you may not agree with certain things that are happening right now, you're being pragmatic about it, going, yeah, well, there's nothing I can do, it's out of my control. It's kind of like, you're being logical as well, as in like, well, I'd rather it not go that way, but hey, it is what it is. So that's how that goes. That's actually quite nice. It's very clear reading, a description of the card, and the book is beautiful there. Like, the book is gorgeous. So yeah, I will leave that there, guys. I'm gonna say I will hope to just record a bunch of these videos and just schedule a bunch of decks that I haven't reviewed. I might do some. There's like so many decks. Like, oh my god, it's not even funny. I'm going to be trying to do some live streams on Instagram more. I don't know if I can do them on TikTok. I only have my phone now. My iPad, unfortunately, is gone. It's died. Had it since 2017. It finally kaput. That's why I've been kind of like, as well as been like not being able to do videos, because I use my iPad sometimes and my phone. That's my camera. That's it. That's my life as a YouTuber, is a phone on a stand on top of a box. Dead serious. I would show you, but there's an address on the box. So I will leave that there, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye!